This for my city, this for my city. You know how we on it, they know how we coming. Visit my city, we thank you for coming. We party at night and go home in the morning. Shorty is watching, she know that I'm on her. Got me excited, she know that I want her. Tell me your price, she want me to spoil her. She don't like rappers, she only ballers. This for the city, this for the boroughs. They saying that I'm the Tupac of my borough. We had to get it, we had to hustle. Couldn't just sit and watch our family struggle. See me outside, they know that I'm thorough. Never been weak, it had to be muscle. I'm from a city that nobody trusts. You get money, so even your haters will love you. This for my city, this for my city. This for the town, this for the town. This for the win, this for the win. This for the crown, this for the crown. This for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them. I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you better my city. I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, this for my city. 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 This for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them. I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city. I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, this for my city. This for the that live in my city. This is for Ricky. Soon as you step in the city, you notice who reppin' the city. Stay in my city, never do play with my city, cause that ain't okay in my city. Flying, babies is mothers is crying, pray for my city. Look how we move, standing on business. All of these shoes, you never gon' miss us. Ride the farms with that if I like her, I'm probably gon' this for the city, this for the ones that ain't make it. Screaming out, we made it. Feel we the greatest. Show 'em we nothing to play with and give them a reason to help.
Welcome to the NBA. On 2K Sports, an April Fool's Day edition. Glad to have you with us. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce.
And they lost to this team on the road in the first game. Now they're at home and looking to redeem themselves. You know the fans are going to be into it. This arena is going to be rocking.
We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
To the wing, right side. Here's Wells. Gets a very good look and converts.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Let's go with a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Wells has got 5.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Pass to Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Man, nice to see how Embiid operates in the pick and roll. Knows how to set hard screens as well as where and when to roll.
Right wing. Here's Edey. Embiid with a nice defensive effort. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Here's Edey. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Here's the pick. Here's Maxey. Going inside. Drops in the layup for 2. Maxey's got his second basket of the night.
Just way too fast for him. Maxey, quick on the drive.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. Embiid covers. Here's Edey. Back to Jackson. And there's a 3-second violation.
Substitution for your 76ers.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now here's George. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Maxey. And the layup is good off the glass. Maxey's got 6. Memphis trailing here. Here's Jerome. Jackson outside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh?
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Now here's Maxey. He has 6. Pass to Drummond. Buries it down low.
A true center, a throwback center. Drummond is not a guy who jacks up threes. Andre wants to eat inside.
And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
Here's Maxey. And Drummond with the jam.
One of the key components of Drummond's game. He's an intimidating presence on the offensive glass.
55 seconds left in the first. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Jerome. Clock at 4. Memphis needs to get off a shot.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries.
Drummond with the screen. Here's Maxey. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
When Maxey has the ball, you got to keep him from getting downhill, or he's just going to take those points.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Edey. 6 points for him. Cranked it in off the glass. Edey's got 8.
Coming out hot. 4 out of 5. This could be a big game for him.
Pass to Drummond. Deflects the pass. Kicks it to George. That'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And at the end of 1, a close.
The Grizzlies 13.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Philadelphia ball. Substitution for your 76ers.
The Sixers leading. Lowry surveys the D. Pass to Embiid. Kicks it to George. Here's Cooper. The rebound by Jackson.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, B.A. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. Off the left rim and out. And so Moran will bring it up to the Memphis Grizzlies. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Bane. Pass to Stojakovic. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
You know, Page is such a great shooter. You've got to run him off of his jumper.
76ers trail by 4. Screen by Embiid. To the paint. And Embiid fires it home.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Morant into the lane. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Drummond on the double team. To the inside. Oh, George with a steal. All by himself. Finished off the break.
That is high-powered concentration right there. Cooper refusing to allow the defense to throw him off.
Pass to Stojakovic. Shoots over Maxey. Stojakovic, no good.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's Huff. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Stojakovic. They set a pick. The 3-ball. Rebound by Philadelphia. They host the Pistons after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Drummond with the screen. Pass to Grimes. Back to George. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Now here's Maxey. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Grimes. Drummond with the screen. George. And that one drops. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
PG-13, using that length inside.
Morant using his speed. Here's Huff. Good, and the setup by Morant.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Pass to Cooper. For 3, Maxey. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Big time answer by Maxey. Boy, was he dialed in there.
Now Morant. Here's Stojakovic. There's the triple. And another 3 for Memphis.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's George. Pass to Maxey. And stolen by Morant. Right side Bane. Out to the right wing. Jackson outside. Here's Huff. Here's Morant. 1 second left. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Philadelphia on top, leading by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Now here's Embiid. Pass to McCain. Back to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. And Embiid throws it down.
I got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
Here's Edey. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. Edey's got 10.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. A nice shot by McCain.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
The kick out to Williams. Here's Edey. The rebound by Embiid.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
The kick out to Edwards. And stolen by Williams. Pass to Edey. For the tie. The rebound by Lowry.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Now here's Embiid. He has 6. Out to Lowry. Fires the 3. The shot off that time.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Jerome. Joel Embiid with the board.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning. That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night."
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie.
Well, there's a pit bull kind of quality to Kyle Lowry's game. He's relentless at both ends.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Down low. Can they get it? Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Now here's Maxey. He's got 11. Here's Drummond. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Drummond's got 6.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Back to Bane. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Grizzlies ball.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 5. Jackson for 3. On target from range.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And they pick up 2. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Pass to Bane. There's 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Williams with the screen. Here's Morant. Rebound by Philadelphia. Maxey with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Grimes. George outside. Can't connect from short range.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Oh, George with a steal. Nice jump shot. Give him 8.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. They have a... The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer Embiid. Doesn't fall. Now 4 for 6. Morant with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Kicks it out to Kennard. Pass to Huff. And here's Morant. Here's Huff. There's the 3. Paul George pulls it in.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Up top, Embiid. Kicks it to George. 3-pointer. Good. And the assist to Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Memphis making a switch here. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside Morant. Morant taking no chances on the flush.
And no one whips off the screen like Morant. Just so difficult to stay with him.
Pass to Cooper. Back to Maxey. Here's Cooper. Up top, Maxey. From behind the arc. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Now here's Kennard. Jackson, the screen. To the right side. Back to Kennard. Up top, Jackson. Clock is at 3. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Sixers lead by 13. And here is Maxey. Pass to Cooper. Back to Maxey. Here's Cooper. Over to the wing. Now Maxey. Pounded by Morant. Ooh, Morant battling inside.
Because of his ability to elevate and make adjustments in air, Morant has no trouble scoring inside.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes. to the middle. And Embiid throws it down.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Here's Edey. Cook it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappear.
Oh, stolen by Morant. Inside. Kennard. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Pass to Embiid. And here's George. And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Back to Maxey. Now here's Embiid. 5 on the clock. Fires the three.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the 76ers.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
They've met 3 times this season, and this is their second win. It's turning into a little bit of a grudge match, and they'll be fired up for the next game. A win there, and they'll finish the season 3-1 against the Grizzlies.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Paul George.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
Pass to Stojakovic. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. There's the foul to try to stop the break, but that'll be a clear path foul. They'll get a free throw and possession here. He gets the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And Embiid drops them both.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Cooper. Here's Grimes. Maxey surveys. Clock at 6. Three-pointer Embiid. Nails it from 3. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a...
When you know I'm solid, wonder how